Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Tower of God, Season 3, Episode 79, or overall Chapter 496. Again, getting really close to that 500 chapter mark. I'm pretty excited for that, even though CU doesn't really do, like, big milestone chapter stuff. Still pretty excited for it. Hopefully the recording for this turns out okay. I saw that my recording software was just acting really weird when I recorded One Piece before this. So, yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll have to see how this goes. But either way, pretty excited to get into this. I feel like last chapter just wasn't as good as the two chapters before it to me, just because I think seeing the side characters has been amazing. Seeing these division commander fights has been amazing. And last chapter was kind of just back to the I don't know, to the weekly rants of, oh Bomb, you're so powerful, oh Bomb, you have so much potential, oh Bomb, you're so big, guac guac guac. Here, have another ranker ally. It was kind of back to that, which is alright. The one thing that I'm really excited for this about, Aria's okay. I mean, we really don't know much about her yet. And like I said, we already have so many characters going on that I'm kind of more than wanting to invest in like a new ally. I kind of want to develop the allies we already have. I kind of want to actually see Chan Doan do things. Um, but the one thing I'm excited about here is to see what's going to go on with White's character. Like, why is he truly doing this other than like trying to push Bomb forward, eventually eat his soul? Uh, what's the real thought process here? I mean, we've kind of already seen it, but in some ways, I don't know. It feels like there has to be more than what we've already seen. So let's just jump into it, starting off with White here at the very beginning. I look forward to the feast that fate has prepared for me. White's here, on the same field as me. You should have just listened to me when I offered to help you. Crap, I'm totally cornered. It's too late to change sides again now. But I'm not sure how helpful that regular will be in a fight with White. First, I'll get rid of this annoying little obstacle. Alright, we just see a colossal slash coming down. Oh? Is she just going to kick it away? Damn it. I'll just have to try to last. 10 minutes. She's blocking it with her foot. How am I supposed to withstand this? Yeah, exactly, kind of. And he's still pushing forward. Because, again, if he was able to do to Calavan what he did to Calavan, it stands to reason that she should really not stand much of a chance unless I'm really underrating her. Bunch of Shinsu attacks coming from her kicks. We see a blade coming in. Jeez, is she going to... Why just collecting... Human collector Calavan, hand collector White out here. Just cutting off the arms of everybody he fights like 3 fights in a row. You look like one of those test subjects like that Toad. Which rule are you exempt from? Which rule? This is a curse. Oh? And she... Oh! I guess she can maybe just regenerate her arm? Because of the immortality or whatever? Damn, it's a good thing you hit my left arm. Oh? Oh? Specifically her left? You can heal your arm, huh? That must be the rule you're allowed to break. Very interesting. Shall I tear your entire body to pieces, to see whether you can heal the rest of your body, too? No! I'm getting distracted. She may be an enemy, but she's the only ally I have right now. I can't just let her die like this. I see White going in with another slash. Stop him. And then Bomb tries to hold it back. Alright, still more Bomb holding it back. You continue to surprise me. Imagine, a regular blocking my sword. What on earth is the rule you're exempt from? Alright, and we see the horn starting to come out. Or, do any rules apply to you at all? Alright, Battle Royale 5. Again, that's so cool. Because, of course, Bomb's an irregular, so I guess the rules don't apply whatsoever. It's the same as always. That creepy look in his eyes. Still more Bomb blocking. He blocked White's sword. Irregular? Some people have too much, or have to sacrifice so much to find a way to barely stop my sword, and yet you block and avoid my attacks like it's nothing. You really are full of surprises. And I don't like it. Bomb looks like he's going to be pushed back here. Hey, get back. If you die, I'm screwed too. It's okay. You can't avoid Aria's sword anyway. Are you saying you can? I can dodge it. And I've done it before. What the hell is he talking about? I may need him to break the spell, but my own survival comes first. Plus, White still hasn't found out which rule I'm exempt from. Also, gonna bring up, she's talking about getting freed from this curse, but I mentioned it in the last reaction. Without the curse, these guys would have gotten clapped already. So she's kind of lucky for the curse. Then go ahead and fight if you can. Should I wait and see what happens? You seem to be getting rather cocky, just because you beat me once in some silly game. I can see it. I can dodge his sword. Oh, and he's weaving through it. Still trying to block. Alright, going in for a kick of his own, but getting blocked. Still avoiding the slashes. How the heck is he avoiding his attacks like that? That regular's way slower than me, and yet it's almost like he can predict where White's sword is going. Honestly, not sure if I like this, because one of the whole big cool things of the Ronin and Nieta fight was you can't dodge an Aria sword. You have to find a way to block it, or tank the damage. So I'm not really sure how I feel about this. Especially when bomb fighting Joaquin once really doesn't feel like it should be enough build-up for him to avoid White's attacks. And also, he just got sent flying back by that Rhino, and yet he's just tanking White's attacks pretty fine. That regular's way slower than me, and yet it's like he can predict where White's sword is going. And White's sword feels completely different from when it was fighting me. It's almost like it wants to draw out more of that boy's power. Yeah, I guess of course you could always say that White's going easy on Bomb. But still, I don't know, feels weird. He's toying with me. He's trying to get me all worked up. So I guess, yeah, he's just trying to bring all the emotion out of Bomb, but I don't know, still, I don't know how I'm feeling about this whole subplot, really. He clearly just I like the Cat Tower game, the idea of this game that we're playing, and this subplot kind of seems like a distraction from that. He clearly just wants to drag this out as much as possible. I bet he wants to draw out more of my power before devouring me. It's only been 1 minute so far. He's so evil. Every second feels so long. There's still lots of time left. Is this how the enemies who fought me felt? I have to survive somehow. Don't disappoint me, Slayer candidate. Jeez, huge slash. Come on, think. There has to be a way to survive the next 9 minutes. Should I try blocking him with the blue Thrissa? No. I have to avoid his attacks. The sword isn't going to let me live this time. And now we see blood coming off of his hand. Hand Collector White out here. Ka-ba-ba-ba-bomb. And he activates the thorn. Okay, more Shinsu Blast panels with the sword swipe landing on the ground of the platform. Another shot of Bomb with the thorn. Shit. What's going on? Is that all you've got? I was hoping you'd really whet my appetite. He hasn't just been toying with me. He hasn't even gotten started yet. Of course, him reacting to the fact that he can create an attack so big, and it's like he's not even trying. He hasn't even gotten started yet. Please don't disappoint me. I want you to give me the most ecstatic experience of any soul I've ever hunted. If you don't start meeting my expectations, I'm going to have to kill you. Can I do this? I guess I have to. My master is waiting for me. I have to stay alive and reach the finish line. Then White charges in again. It's impossible to stop White if he decides to attack for real anyway. I'll just dodge his attack, look for a weak point, and try to attack him. And now we have a slice coming in from the side, right at his throat. Once. And then Bomb dodges back away. Again, I love this in this panel right here, if you can see my mouse. I think you can. The little streaks left behind by the horns when he dodges back. I like that little detail. Alright. Goes in again. Twice. Was he showing how many times he could have killed him? After the third time, I'm not going easy on you anymore. I hate counting to numbers higher than 3. Tiny brain White confirmed. They just don't feel complete. Yo, Tiny brain White. Don't even think of sneaking. I just can't get over that. I hate counting the numbers higher than 3. Yo, that is like the least cool one-liner I think I've ever read. It's so good. It's so good. Don't even think of sneaking away. Burn all that power within you with every bit of strength you've got. I don't care if you have to beg the souls within you or if you have to devour them mercilessly. Just make them come out. Just as I and countless others have done. You'll have to give up your humanity if you want real power. Only then will you truly be human. And I like that, again, I don't know about this side plot. I'm just trying to look at the bright side of it. I don't like it in the sense that it's taking away from the cat tower, which I kind of want to see and I like. But I like that it's at least going and leading back in to the Ysracha development we've seen, where each of the division commanders that have been taken out so far, not only have we gotten cool fights and backstories and development for them, but their fights and backstories and the way that they thought about things develops Ysracha further, and I like that this is kind of tying in with that same sort of morality. Why is White so obsessed with him? He's just a regular. At this point, she should know that he is not just a regular. Why all the fuss? And what's with that look on White's face? I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It almost reminds me of what Army Corps Commander Liboric felt. Inferiority. But why would a legendary high ranker feel inferior to a regular? I'm not messing around anymore. You don't dare save your power to get to your master when you're fighting me. No other attacks can hurt him. Why the hell are you so determined to pick on me and the people around me? Draining as it may be, I'll have to use Shinsu Black Hole Sphere. And then White steps in again. And seems like Bomb's trying to hold back his attack then. That's the light he used against me a minute ago, but it's way stronger now. Alright, Shinsu explosion panels. And then, ouch! His hand collector. Let me ask you something too. He wanged him. Freaking hand collector White. Let me ask you something too. Why were you born as someone I have to hate? Why did you have to appear in the tower and keep showing yourself around me without ever changing? It's not that I hate you. Your very existence simply compels me to hate you. It's all your fault. Stop getting on my nerves. I'll say it again. And this, again, might be... Again, we know that White is a really arrogant guy, so feeling inferiority to an irregular probably sucks for him. But also, White keeps talking about having to give up or give into your power and having to fall to devouring souls and all that. But Bomb is able to be really strong without having to do that, so that might be something else. We might actually be getting good guy White development. He might actually be upset that he wasn't able to get that strong without having to give into his power and be kind of an evil asshole. Alright, I want to see you corrupted. Because again, maybe he's upset that he felt like he had to become corrupted to get enough power to overcome Aria Hone when Bomb is able to do it without being corrupted. And now we have a flashback. Oh, flashback season? What is it, Lord Joaquin? Just recently you were so excited to have been selected for the training squad because you could get to see your father up close. Is the training squad wearing you out? It's just, my father changed again. What? He doesn't have the same look in his eyes as when I was first selected. When I was chosen, I felt genuine warmth in his gaze, but now he looks at me with that same scary coldness as before. I'm sure it's not because I'm sure it's because I'm not meeting his expectations. I'm trying so hard, but no matter how hard I try, it's never good enough for my father. If I can't get my father's acknowledgement, then there was no point in working so hard to come this far. When I see the changed look in his eyes, it feels like I'm trapped in an icy glacier. I'm sorry to hear that, my lord, but I'm sure he hasn't changed. What? As far as I know, your father never changes. I've heard that your father's never ever changed, ever since long before we were born. To someone with his sense of time, we're just like weak little insects just passing by. So I'm sure that you haven't changed him, my lord. But I'm sure. No, he hasn't changed. If anything has changed, it's probably you, Lord Joaquin. So Joaquin had all this confidence that he could live up to these expectations, and now he feels inferior. I've changed. Me. And we see the blood on his hands. Again, is this regret? Is this guilt? Is this good guy white development? And we see the book of spells and him absorbing souls. Changed. Jeez, this is so good. Why don't you ever change, Father? You're like a lake that can't be stirred by any stone that I throw, or a tree that never gives any fruit no matter how loudly I chirp and peck at it. I'm trying so hard to please you. Why does nothing ever work? I'm doing my best to get your acknowledgement, Father. And we see him kill the teacher. Father. Sorry, just looking at his sword again there. That's not Cullinan, I think. So, must have just been some random sword he had when he was a kid. Why'd you have to say that? I hate you now. This blood never comes off my hands. Because of you. No matter how hard I scrub my hands, the blood never comes off. You stained my hands with this blood, and we see the marks on his eyes. It's so good, and the way the blood is flowing down with the tears. This flashback is top tier right now. It's all your fault. That unchanging look in your eyes. Go ahead. It's easy. Morality always comes with so much struggle, but giving in to corruption is so easy. Reminds me so much of Father. Interesting, again, him being compared to 10 Family Heads. Man, I'm torn on this chapter. I like the idea that this fight is about developing Joaquin further. I like that idea. And I also really love the flashback. The flashback was amazing. But I'm not sure how I feel about this fight. Not sure how I feel about Aria just showing up and saying, hey, I'm an ally, I'm a good guy. Yeah, I don't know. I like when bad guys have this build-up for their reasons for like why they switch sides or why they might help the good guys. But one thing I've, especially lately, really come to dislike, because I feel like multiple series I'm reading are doing it, is when a bad guy just shows up and says, hey, I'm actually not a bad guy, I'm helping you, just instantly. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I wasn't big into the fight too much. I just feel like a lot of fights in Tower of God lately, again, getting into some criticisms. I know you're not allowed to criticize things, but I feel like this isn't just a this chapter problem, but a problem that's been going on for a bit of a while. There are a lot of panels that seem like we don't need it. Like, we had 3 panels of bomb blocking White's attack once when like 1 would have sufficed. We've had multiple panels over the past couple chapters of just Shinsu blasts that we didn't really need to follow the action from panel to panel. And it's like, the chapter could be trimmed up a little. We really don't need so many panels where we're not really seeing much of anything, where no new information is really being conveyed to the reader. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Wasn't too huge on the fight, not too huge on the Aria stuff, not too huge on it happening right now. I feel like we don't need this right now during the cat tower stuff. Like, this could have waited for after this arc. This could have been done, I mean, not like white fighting bomb, but stuff around this could have been done during the Caliban stuff. Um, I don't know. I just feel like the placement of this isn't my favorite either, because again, I do care about this cat tower game. It's something that basically everybody that reads Tower of God always talks about. Is I fell in love with Tower of God because of the games and stuff. I wish we had more games. Or people that have fallen out of the series always say they wish the games were taken more seriously. So I just really wish we actually did more focus on the game of the cat tower here. But I don't know. This is a mixed bag of a chapter. There are things I absolutely love about it, like that flashback. And again, the reasons that White is fighting Bomb, I think, are good now that we've gotten more of that. But again, there are also things that even if I don't dislike them, I'm not 100% into them. Like, maybe it's just not the right place and time. I don't know. But yeah, either way, that is it for my reaction to this week's chapter. I guess, like, if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this week's chapter, what you thought of my thoughts and reactions. Subscribe for more Tower of God, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, just ask and I'll give you a link. And if you want to help support the channel on Patreon, it is patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. But either way, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.